better bring her A game. You're gonna need it. When I read it, my first response, my instinctive response was, absolutely not. I'm not doing this movie. I heard that come out of my mouth and I was like, since when did I stop doing that? You know? Because that's basically what I look for. I look for the challenges that I don't think I can accomplish. You know, the beautiful minds or the master and commanders or whatever, you know, with the violin. And then I just started to think about it from a different place. Because one thing I did know is that when I read it, it was a page turner.
It was just one of those scripts that you just kind of pick it up and you know, can't put it down until you get all the way through it.
Everyone knows what it's like to have a horrible day, and then to find that there's another guy in a car next to you who's having an even worse day.
The man represents, I think, the anger that we hold as a society, and how it's perhaps that anger is not dealt with properly, and then, you know, the road is like this place where it sort of culminates and the storm can kind of be built up and it sort of explodes.
I don't even think you really know what a bad day is. But you're gonna find out. He's already triggered. And it doesn't really matter that it happens to be Rachel, and it doesn't really matter, in a way, what she says or what she does. He's already over the line.
It would be so easy to judge the man in this film and Rachel, but they both separately have their kind of worlds falling apart in different ways, and I hope that this film sort of highlights that.
I think that Rachel showed up in his life at the exact wrong time, and he showed up in her life at the exact wrong time, and those two things were combustible. And he chooses to dismantle her life because he can't fix his own.
You know, when you ask if the man has anything to lose, I would say that to him, he's already lost it. He's lost, on a personal level, he's lost it from you know, losing his family. On an ideological level, he's lost it in that all the institutions that he believed in have failed him. So from his perspective, he has nothing to lose.
Hey, listen to me. He's not a friend, okay? He's the psycho who came after me today.
This is where your first lesson begins. Give me my phone.
Put him back on this goddamn phone!
No, I can't do that.
My initial thoughts were, it was a thrill ride. And it was also certainly pertinent to the state of the nation, to the state of a lot of countries, in that people are losing their shit a lot. And here's a reflection in the form of a kick-ass thriller. So I was interested right away. And then the director and the cast were really impeccable, so I jumped on.
When Russell and I first met, I told him that I always pictured this character of his as the shark in Jaws, where he shows up, he does some things that are very memorable, and then he's gone, and you don't know when you're going to see him again. And we kind of together use that as a touchstone, let's say, for this character.
That question, how am I going to do that? That's one of the most exciting places you can be as an actor in cinema. How the fuck am I going to do that? You know? And, you know, so it's been really healthy, more than healthy. It's been really great.
Inspiring, really, as an actor, you know. For me, I just feel really lucky to have been around him, and I've been really watching and kind of trying to absorb as much as possible.
There was just something about her that kind of lent into that combined vulnerability and strength of a Nicole Kidman or a Meryl Streep. There was just something, some depth in her eyes that, you know, both of us, we just had the same thought at the same time. And when she left the room, he just turned around and Derrick, the director, and he just said, it's her, right? And I agree with it.
I had no idea what to expect working with Russell. All that I found from the very beginning was someone who was incredibly intelligent, very engaged, and just wanted to make the movie as good as it could be.
Nothing that happens in this movie is rational. Nothing has any logic, doesn't have any true reason. It's just somebody whose own humanity, in a way, is drained by their experience of life. And that's where we get to.
You know, it takes a good, awesome movie sometimes to be this kind of mirror reflection of what we're doing, and then you see it kind of in like, times 1,000, and you're like, oh, I do little bits of that. I want to stop from going all the way off the rails, you know.
The rage that's out there in the world these days. So the film is a great reflection of that. Hopefully it starts a conversation. I think that's really what the best any film can do.
She just yells at the wrong dude on the wrong day, you know? And he doesn't care about the consequences because he's already crossed the line. He's no longer capable of any level of humanity. He's stepped away from that.